A system is an entity that maintains its existence and functions as a whole through the interactions of its parts. Think of a spider's web. In a spider's web, what happens on one part of the web affects every other part. The same is true of a living system, whether it be an ant colony, a forest, or a city. Like a spider's web, a living system is so intricately woven that no part exists in isolation. Like a web, a living system is both purposeful and beautiful. To understand systemic change is to understand that everything is connected to everything else. These people do not understand systemic change. The boat is sinking, and they are thinking only that those at the end with the hole will sink. In reality, we know the entire boat will sink. So too with the world in which we live. Some of our current world realities are the immense disparity between the rich and the poor, environmental degradation, catastrophic natural disasters, disregard for human life, ethnic, racial, and religious intolerance, ethnic genocide, widespread unemployment, a lack of affordable housing, a lack of access to educational opportunities, lack of available health care, sweatshops, global systems of economic injustice, military conflicts. It's into this world we as Vincentians are called. John Paul II tells us, social thinking and social practice inspired by the gospel must always be marked by a special sensitivity toward those who are most in distress, those who are extremely poor, those suffering from all the physical, mental, and moral ills that afflict humanity, including hunger, neglect, unemployment, and despair. He went on to say that you will always want to seek out the structural reasons which foster or cause the different forms of poverty in the world, so that you can apply the proper remedy. Theologians, scientists, organizational theorists recognize the impossibility of separateness in a world that is intrinsically connected. Larry Hutchins tells us that all the important problems we face are systemic problems. The survival of the planet's ecology, world peace, the elimination of hunger and disease, the education of youth, and social justice. Over the past several decades, the systemic nature of these complex problems has gradually entered the public's consciousness. Complex problems are systemic. Systemic problems are everywhere, and systemic problems are messy problems. And yet, systems thinking invites us to move from giving people a handout to a hand up. And our Vincentian family has shown and will continue to show that systemic change is possible.